Hi, everyone. Sorry for the delay.
Okay.
Had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we're here live with a thrift haul for everyone.
Yes. So excited. And
Sorry for the delay.
no.
A little bit of technical difficulties, but we're here live with a thrift haul.
Okay. I got
We
it.
good? Okay.
Sorry.
I'm Lola.
And I'm Nay.
And this is Naylo's Thrift Talk with a little bit of a Friday the 13th energy, I think is what's going on.
I think that's what's going on. I think there's some Friday the 13th in the air, and that's, yeah.
So we have a couple of our usual segments today, since on our last special episode on Wednesday, if you tuned in, it was amazingly just so much new information. If you're not into Judaica, there's a lot to learn from our guest, Zach Portman, who was so kind to join us. And because he's not a reseller, we saved a couple of our usual segments for today's thrift haul. So you can tune in for that at the end.
Yeah. That's awesome. By the way, Portman Designs, if you ever want anything, even if it's not Judaica, like something commemorative of an anniversary or a wedding or something, he is an artisan of wooden items, just absolutely amazing. So
yeah, really incredible. I wanted to do a very quick "What are we wearing?" segment, though, because I have something special that I am wearing.
Yeah.
Let's see. So on Black Friday, if you guys follow the Goodwill Blue Boxes, which is a service that basically sends you items that you might find in the bins to you from Florida, from one of the Goodwill regions in Florida. And on Black Friday, they had a special restock that also included some unique clothing items that were upcycled from finds in their thrift stores. So I was really excited about it because I love upcycled clothing. It's something I like to do. And they had some really just awesome stuff. So I got this t-shirt, which, as we always do, Nay also bought one. Yeah, the same.
We bought the same shirt, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is it was like a men's extra large was the only size they had left, but I really like it because I do generally like oversized.
It looks really comfy, actually.
It's so soft because it's just been it's like washed and worn in, like
recycle. Yeah. So they recycle clothing that would otherwise be put into the waste stream, or
And then it's sort of hard to see my jeans. But these are a pair of Mother skinny jeans.
Oh my gosh, they're so
And cool. Yeah, so if you don't know Mother jeans, it's a Bolo brand for sure. But these were, I think they were bleached because the color on the tag was like pink, or it was called blush, but I'm guessing that was pink. And they're now sort of a grayish lilac-y blue. So I think that they were bleached and then over dyed.
Oh, well, that kind of makes them more cool.
They're very, very cool. Yeah. So I love them. They happen to be in my size. They fit like a glove. I'm super happy with the stuff I bought, and I'll definitely be looking out for more. And I also wanted to share that, hopefully my address is not here. So the item came in this really awesome recycle or compostable.
Yes, I recycled mine. I already sent it to a buyer. I sent something to a buyer in the bag. It's reusable. It's completely compostable. It's made from, what is it made from? It says resin and
it says sustainable plants and non-toxic compostable resin. So it's meant that you can put it in the mail a couple times, and then when it reaches the end of its life, you can compost it. So they even have information on their website. It's called Better Package.
I almost want to purchase some. I don't know how expensive they are, but I'd like to purchase them for.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
For my business. Yeah, that would be.
So I still have a bunch of like regular poly mailers to go through, but when those are gone, we'll order these and we can do a review or something.
That would be awesome. They're really cool. They actually feel like really soft. Yeah.
And super high quality. Like I would not worry at all that it would get damaged.
If you pull them apart, they're not going to rip. Yeah.
And then this was the tag that came.
I see mine too. Very cool.
Yeah. T-shirt says this item is recycled or sourced from salvage. Join us in reducing landfill waste by wearing recycled and secondhand clothing. So
it's a collaboration too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did some collabs, which is
really
interesting.
Just one more detail that I thought was hilarious is that my shirt came with the tag, the Goodwill.
Oh, that is so funny. That's great. So you didn't pull it off. That's so cool.
No, I left it on intentionally to show because
that is so cool.
We
I don't
always
know how many times, you know, like when you're out with me, Lola, and I don't know how many times I'm like, oh, I have a Goodwill tag on my shirt. You know,
I've done it too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Very cool. That's one of the true hallmarks of being a true thrifter.
Yes.
If you're walking around.
Everything I'm wearing is thrifted and a couple tags are still on me.
It's so funny. Well, my shirt is, I'll be wearing it on another episode, but mine's actually a V-neck, but it's very similar. So I am wearing, this is actually something that I just thrifted. It is an oversized sweatshirt. The brand is Levi's, but it's made like, it's made, if you can see, it's like, it's really big. It goes down below my hips. So it's almost like
tunic.
Almost like a tunic.
Yeah.
But it's made like the quality is so high that I don't know if you can tell, but you remember the old Champion shirts? How they had the reverse, but this doesn't have reverse weave or anything, but remember they were really, really heavy and high quality cotton. That's what this is. It's 100% cotton and it's heavy. It's like and it's warm. So, hey, Tim's in the chat. Yay.
And he says, hit the thumbs up. Yes, please. Thank you.
And then these earrings I got for $1 at Philly 8 Thrift.
Cute. Was that your recent trip to Philly 8 Thrift?
Yes. These are they're really cute too. They're just like costume jewelry, but
yeah, they're pretty though.
Yeah.
Okay, are we ready to dive into our
next segment? Yes, absolutely.
Our thrift haul for today.
So home decor.
Oh, I didn't include home decor. Sorry.
Well, I have 2 items. Okay. I'll show my items because I have 2.
Go ahead.
I have here. I found this at Goodwill. You can see the tag was $3.99 and purple was half off. So I got it for
nice.
$2. Look at that. Is that not amazing?
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's like metal. It's like metal etching, you know?
Yeah.
It's so pretty. I saw that and I was like, oh my gosh. And then on this bonus, it was half off. So I only paid $2 for it. But it is, I'm a giraffe-aholic, if nobody knows this. I collect giraffes and I love giraffes. Anything giraffe I will collect. So I was really excited to find that. And I have also, I'm weaving proudly, from Philly, from Giovanni's room, Philly.
Oh, is that where you got it?
Yeah, this was, I got this for $1.99 and I love it because it's the Pride Philly flag. So I'm waving this proudly for the show, but I'm going to pass it on to Lola. Because Lola is part of the LGBT community, and
I miss Philly all the time.
Yes, and she misses Philly, so I'm going to pass this on to Lola. So, but awesome find there. And we are ready then.
Okay, sorry to jump ahead.
Yes, no, it's okay.
I'm so excited because I know we both found really cool stuff.
I found one thing that might be like a holy grail kind of thing. So
I think because I saw your comp, so I'm really excited to hear more about it. But usually we go thrifting together. This time, I think it's our first.
We can go thrifting. It doesn't feel right without you.
No, I went thrifting all by myself. It was like
the bins without you was not normal. There was.
But the upside to that is that most of what we have to share will be a surprise for each other too. So
yeah, I'm excited to see what you found.
Yeah. Do you want me to start?
Sure.
Okay. So first, I found 3 books. And 2 of them I'm keeping. You'll see why. So I'm really into finding these old knitting books like from the 80s. The patterns look super dated, but they have a lot of these like very intricate color work designs that use different techniques that just aren't so common now. So they'll talk about
one of those sweaters.
Yeah. I love look how cool this is. I would totally.
Oh my gosh, it's like geese or something.
Yeah, but they're like the
That's amazing.
The constellations. You make those in like elementary school.
So cool.
On the computer. Yeah. So, and then there was another one that was similar super 80s, lots of colors. And so neither of these are worth anything to flip, but definitely, you know, for me, I was excited to find them. And then this one is actually a pretty rare book. So Vanessa Bell was, oh my gosh, I'm blanking.
Oh, wow.
Virginia Woolf's sister, I believe. So she was part of the same like creative artistic community, and there's both like literature people and art people who follow that their work, because they had a printing press and they did some really beautiful prints as well as printed literature. So this book is, the comps are a little all over the place, but pretty much around $50.
So yeah, really? Oh my gosh!
Mm-hmm.
Really through the inside of it can.
Yeah, it's in good condition.
I can't believe that's going to be $50. Wow. So are you going to sell it?
I think so. I'm a little on the fence because it is just it's a beautiful book to have.
Yeah, but it's also $50.
There's community in here, so I'm a little afraid YouTube is going to start like censoring our show. But I'll probably read through it, and then I might also see if if anyone I know is super interested in it, because I know a lot of like lit people who might be very excited.
That's an awesome find. I can't believe it's worth $50. That's amazing. Yeah, that's something I would have passed up, Lola.
If I weren't a huge nerd, I probably wouldn't have noticed it. But
well, I'm a huge nerd too, but I would have totally passed it up. So good find. Awesome.
And do you want me to do another item? Or?
Yeah, why don't we just each do like a few items?
So this is also something. Yeah, so it's
my jaw just dropped.
The brand on it is Gallagher, which I looked up a little bit. I think it actually was a Shetland yarn company. So this is made from
Irish, actually, the name.
Yeah. So Shetland wool is very sought after if you're a knitter. So if you ever come across anything that says Shetland wool, like a yarn scheme, says Shetland wool in a thrift shop, that's a good pickup.
Yeah.
So this is actually a Fair Isle knit sweater.
It looks so soft.
It's really soft.
Oh my god! Are you keeping that? Does it fit you?
Oh yeah. It was actually a small size, but it's pretty oversized, so it fits me fine.
Could you model it for us?
Yeah, but I did want to share like a very geeky thing, but it's good to know if you like to sell sweaters like this. So this is true Fair Isle because each row of color only has 2 colors. And sometimes you'll see sort of like Fair Isle-ish patterns, especially from, bigger retailers that are kind of, they feel like Fair Isle, they look like Fair Isle, they're technically not Fair Isle.
Yes.
So if you find a sweater like this, it will be worth more.
Yeah, I have an Urban Outfitter sweater that's like that. It's like, it looks like Fair Isle, but it's, yeah.
Yeah. If you're using the term Fair Isle, you don't have to be super picky about it because 90% of the population does not know what true Fair Isle pattern is.
I know that, Lola. You just taught me something, so.
Yes. But, there are people like me who are fiber nerds who will care about those things.
Yeah, I want to see it on. So cool. That is just amazing find. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it fits you perfectly.
Beautiful wooden buttons. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it fits you perfect. That's gorgeous.
So totally my new sweater.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I love it. Love it. Good find. Wow, you have some great finds so far.
I mean, mostly for myself so far. So.
I have some for myself too, so don't feel bad. I'll do a couple items now. So I found this I paid $2 for it. It is Mickey Mouse fabric. And there's only about a yard here, so realistically, like I might be able to pull $15 for it, but realistically, like I would take like $10 for it. But still, I paid $2, so that's a good find. And I have it. Oh, okay. So this I got because it was half off at Goodwill. So I paid. Their sweaters are $4.99, so I paid half of that, so $2.50. It's Tea by Talbots, but it's new without tags. So it has like the original like hang tag on it still, and I can tell it's just really crispy. And so it is a size 3X, just pull over zip up hoodie.
Oh, that's nice. That's
Yeah, so it's really nice. It's got that like heathered pattern on it.
Mhm.
So I think I can probably, and it's really heavy, so I think I can probably put it up for about $29.99 and see what happens from there. But it's really nice for $250.
Is T by Talbots, is that like their plus size line, or is that
No, I didn't even know that existed.
I've never heard of it before.
Yeah. So and this is just what is the brand? Oh, Denim and Company, and this was also the size 2X, and it was also half off. So it's nothing exciting, but I figured for I might be able to get $20 for it for $250. So I love finding plus size items because plus size clothing is in higher demand, and
yeah, we had talked about that in a previous show, how some people do really well focusing on plus size, and we would love to do that more, but we just don't find it very often. And it's funny, you found two pieces, because that was one thing I noticed at the Goodwill I went to. There was tons of plus size. It was so exciting. A lot of it was very
Rich is back. Hi, Rich. Thank you for coming back.
Yeah, thanks to you guys for sticking around. I'm sorry we had the little delay, but
Rich came back, so thank you so much. So good to see you.
But there was just way more plus size than I'd ever seen in a thrift store before. And it was all just in the racks with the different types of items. So a lot of thrift stores I've seen will have like a plus size section. And this was just, it went small, medium, large, extra, and then 2X, 3X.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to start, going there and trying to find the items that are in great condition, because I would love to have,
Yeah, you might have found like a little honey hole there for plus size.
I'm hoping so. Yeah.
That's a good thing. And the new Goodwill, Lola, where they moved, by next to Burlington, it is huge and wonderful. And they have everything organized like really nicely by size there. So I can easily just go to the plus size section, and they had a pretty decent plus size section.
That's great.
So yeah,
so the Goodwill in Philly that we used to go to all the time moved locations, and they were in like a temporary location that was pretty small. Like they had a lot of stuff shoved in there, but it wasn't that big.
Yeah, they didn't have room for like kids' clothes and books and stuff, which they have now. So yeah.
So this is an Athleta tank top.
Oh, it's Athleta. Wow.
Nice. Yeah, so I don't usually pick up Athleta. I know people have said it does really well for them though. And usually I just don't find items that are like either they're overpriced or they're in the boutique section or something. Yeah. But this one was, regular price. It had some like really pretty details. There's like a seam on the back.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And it just feels like it was barely worn. It feels brand new. It doesn't have any it doesn't look like it's new with tags or new without tags. So I won't sell like that. But just perfect condition.
You might be able to get 25 for it. 20.
I think so. Yeah. So I was looking up comps. The most similar style I could find was actually merino wool, which will definitely be worth more. So those were selling for like 30. So this would probably be like, 24 I'm hoping for. But we'll see. So
Elizabeth says, please do the plus sizes clothes are not cheap. That are not cheap and horrible polyester that are not super ugly and hard to find. That is exactly what I'm saying about them being in demand. That's why I think plus size buyers shop online, because they can find those hand-picked items that are not, just like mass-produced kind of like cheap polyester and stuff. Because I do see a lot of those in the stores, and plus size women want to look good too. They want to have cute clothes too. So maybe Lola, we should do a show, a plus size show at some point.
Yeah, that would be awesome. If anyone who's watching this specializes in plus size clothing or is a plus size customer, and you want to talk about,
we can have a guest on
what you wish people were selling, give us an email and we'd love to have you on.
That would be great. A plus size buyer or a plus size seller. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So what is that? Oh my goodness.
So then I started digging through the men's section, and there was just a ton of flannel, which, is perfect for this season. Yeah. So this one, and they were, speaking of plus size, a lot of them were also plus size. This one is medium.
Okay.
But it's Trails End, and from what I can tell, it's probably from the 80s, so it's vintage. really crisp feeling, you know, like worn in a little bit, but not too much at all. The fabric feels really high quality. It's not flannel. It's actually more of like a rough texture, but it still seems like really.
Yeah, that should do well. So, you know, the grunge is it grunge. What do you call it? The grunge style, I guess. I'm sorry. I'm like, yeah, the grunge style is back in, and you know, so that's like plaids and, you know, like just faded items and you know, so that's back in.
So one thing I was looking for were items I could distress or maybe embroider, kind of, you know, upcycle in different ways.
Crafty.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably sell this as is for 25 to 30, so I might just do that. But I'm gonna think about it. And then I'll just
do some of that stuff for yourself too, for your own clothing.
Yeah, so I think one of these I'm gonna keep. So this one is another one. So Aero Sportswear, again, probably like 80s. It's 100% wool.
Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous.
Like some small, you can barely see it.
That's okay, though, just disclose it, and
or that's like the perfect candidate to, you know, embroider over that to fix it and then disclose it. That's why it was embroidered.
So does it seem like you're finding more like heavy sweaters and flannels, because it looks like that in that area, that, and stereotypically I would assume that you would find like the Fair Isle sweaters and the heavy plaid, you know, because it's near Boston and it's colder up there. And
yeah, I did find a couple Irish sweater-ish, like heavy Aran sweaters that were either really bad condition or like felted.
right.
So I passed on all of them, but there were definitely like 4 or 5 of them, and you know, more than I would find in Philly. So it is a regional thing for sure. So this is an LL Bean. Found tons of LL Bean, not surprisingly. Most of it I passed, but I did get this because it is an extra large tall size, and
extra large tall. That's
and it LL Bean does have the item numbers on their tags. So
that is something you can probably price that a lot higher, because I know that that's another thing that people have trouble finding. My dad is very tall. He wears a size 14 triple E shoe, and he needs extra large tall. He needs to have the tall. And I know, like, just from growing up with him and all, he's always had to go to special stores or look, like, you know, now he'll buy on Amazon or whatever, but he has trouble finding, you know, just regular stores, the tall sizes. So
yeah, so I did a little bit of a comp search on eBay, and it looked like, again, like pretty up and down. I think it might depend on the print, but some of them were going for like $50. So I'm going to carefully research that and make sure I'm pricing it in the right point. It's an in-demand plaid style. You know, some are more popular than others.
But if you put a best offer on it, you know.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, so then this is probably the one I'm going to keep.
Goodness, you found that. See, this is exactly what I would expect you to find. So
yeah, this one is Bit and Bridle, which I wasn't familiar with, but I guess is a fairly well-known brand. It's a 2X, also 100% cotton.
Good size.
So good size, but I also really want a big flannel shirt to sleep in. So
it looks really comfy.
And this is a more lower end brand, so the comps aren't that high. So this is
I like the colors on it. It's really
cool, and it's super soft and cozy. So was very happy with the men's section.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I'm going to pull up. If you can pull up the comps on the purse, Lola, I'm going to show you that. So this is a clutch bag. Let's see, the Goodwill tag is still in. So it was $3.99. The brand is Paparazzi. And I have it in hand here, but you can see the comps on it pretty much across the board on eBay and on Poshmark, because those are both there's an eBay comps and Poshmark. It goes for about $30, $31.47 on eBay, and it sold like similar and a couple of the same for $30 on Posh. So this is a $30 find, and and I paid $3.99 for it, so that's not bad, and it's like brand new. So
that's such a cool piece. Like that's definitely a great Poshmark item.
Yeah. So if you want to pull me back up, I'll show it. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, so it's really, I think I'm gonna do Posh, because but it's interesting that it sells consistently for the same price across both platforms. Sometimes that's not the case. And it's got this cool purple lining. like an iridescent purple lining in it. It doesn't have a strap or anything. It's a clutch, magnetic closure, but it is in like brand new condition, and it's so awesome. So somebody will definitely, I think somebody will pay 30 for that.
I would list that right away because the bright red could go well with like a holiday outfit or maybe New Year's Eve party.
Yeah. So my next find was also from Goodwill, and it is, oh my gosh, I can't even find the tag here. Okay, so I paid $4.99, and it is a size 2X, which is a bonus. It is an 80s vintage, like windbreaker kind of jacket.
Such a good print.
It is awesome. It's hooded. It's got this cool green lining, full zip, shoulder pads and everything. But I had to grab that and I think that might be something I'll probably try to eBay, but I think it might be something that would sell into Depop too.
I was thinking that, yeah. I would definitely list on Depop.
Yeah. So that was a cool find. And then I'll do one more. These are for me. I am not selling these. They were half off of $5.99, so I paid $3. They're Sporto. They're in my big 9.5 size, and they're Sporto boots.
Oh, those are so cute. They're
fur lined. They're totally fuzzy inside. They're like a suede. But yeah, these are for $3. And they fit me like a glove. So, these are something that I will definitely keep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So this is an item I took a chance on, and then I looked up comps a little bit. I had to do more research, but I was not disappointed. So it says Originals out of Santa Fe by Just Lindy.
Is it vintage? Yeah, it looks like
it seems like it's vintage.
Or is it like a vintage repro kind of thing?
Yeah, so it has this really it's like ticking fabric, very kind of country style, but then it has these really cool peasant sleeves.
Wow, and statements are in right now. So
beautiful buttons that are kind of like Navajo inspired.
I would try that on Posh.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to list it on eBay first because
brand maybe.
So whenever I see these like very boutique, small brands that are hard to find much information on, in my experience, there's usually someone who's a fanatic who really, really loves these and will have a search on eBay.
Yeah, people are more brand driven on Posh, so I can see that.
Yeah.
So people want to cross-post it too, though.
Yeah, I mean, probably will, but I find that people who have that saved search more often will be, like they'll be old time eBayers who, have been looking for this for years. Zach. So our guest.
Zach is here. Hi, Zach. Thank you so much.
Lots of plus size ladies in my life that would love a show on how to thrift shop for them. We would love to do that.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll have to do that then. Thank you, Zach, for tuning in.
Great to know that there's a demand.
We actually have a follow-up story, which I won't give away, that's in the works right now with our guest, Zach. So we might have more exciting information on something that we found. Yeah.
So anyway, long story short, the one comp I could find of this brand was a skirt in the same print but different color that sold for $60.
Wow. Okay, so yeah, eBay for sure.
Yeah, so I'll probably go high. I might list it at like 80 even, best offer, and just see, if there's someone out there who's looking for this. But then also the style is so in. So
it's awesome. Yeah, the statement sleeves are so in demand right now. So very cool. Oh, Zach. Oh, it's so nice to have Zach in the chat. Thank you so much.
Okay, and I'll do one more item and then throw it back to you because this is actually on topic. So this is the one plus size item I did pick up.
Yes.
It is a really, really cute dress.
Adorable. So can you show us like the print up close?
Yeah, so I'm going to stand up so you can see
It's adorable. What size is it?
It's 24, I think.
Great size, yeah.
Sorry, UK 24, US 20.
Okay, so cute. Really cute.
So it has like this really pretty detail at the bust, and then the print is butterflies and
beautiful
like dandelions. Yeah.
See, this is exactly what I'm talking about with the plus size items that that's why plus size women shop online, because that would be harder to find. The really cute, adorable clothes. They want to be cute too. So it's
So the brand is Collectif and by ModCloth.
Okay, it's a collab brand.
Yes, and I think this is a plus size brand that does a ongoing collaboration with ModCloth.
Okay.
So the funny thing is that I looked this up, I found it right away, and it is still on the ModCloth website, but it's heavily discounted.
That's new without tags too, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, because I saw a little plastic thing on the inside.
So I actually think the size that this is sold out. I'll double check, but if it's not, then I'm just going to wait until it sells out on the website.
Yeah, I think, and you know what? It might be actually a good thing that's still online, because those women that are looking for it right now, and then they're disappointed because it's sold out, they're going to go look for it on
exactly. Yeah.
So I think you'll do well with that.
And so these dresses look like they were going for like 30 to 40, especially because it's new without tags, and it feels that way. It just feels brand new, like no one's worn.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Wow, we have a question from Elizabeth.
That's great to know. Is ModCloth or Lindy Bop? The funny thing is too is I've known ModCloth for a long time.
Yeah, I have too.
I've never found it in the thrift store. And then yesterday I found 2 items. One I did end up passing on because I think it had a flaw, but it was a really, really cute like little cardigan. And then I found this dress. So it must just be maybe regional again, like more popular.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's great to know.
Yeah.
Me on Facebook for ModCloth, looking for sold out sizes. I am totally going to try that. I had mentioned that before, but I don't know why I didn't take my own advice, because that's if there's like Lululemon, there's groups like that.
So there you go, Lola. That might be the perfect venue for you to sell on. Yeah.
Awesome. If I make a sale like that, I will give you a shout out in the future and let you know.
Yeah, thank you, Elizabeth. That's a great tip. Great. Okay, I guess I'm up again. So I got this Giovanni's Room, which is Philly 8 Thrift's sister store, and I paid $3.99 for this. And the reason I got it was because it's a cigar box purse. I sold one on Depop recently, very similar, for $40. So I know already that this is $3.99 turned into $40. So I'm trying to open it. Sorry. Trying to open it up, but okay, there we go. Okay, so look at it inside. It's so cute.
That's adorable.
It's adorable. I think it's actually like the inside is actually super cuter than, and it's brand new. It still has the little silica gel.
You can tell how old it is too by the size of the cell phone case, which I think is funny.
That's true. Yeah. So
like early 2000s.
And it's still packed. These are packed with packing paper still. So it's in really great condition, and it's actually even a little cuter than the one that I sold similar, so for 40. So I might try 50, and on I'll probably try Depop, maybe Posh, maybe, but definitely Depop, because I sold the previous one on Depop. And oh, this is really cute. So I did pay $6 for it, which was a little bit much, but I think I'm going to keep it. It's a equestrian, like hunting kind of scene.
Oh, that's cute.
It doesn't have a brand. It's cotton. It's actually, I think it might be like a cotton rayon blend, because it feels like it's got some rayon in it, but the edges are hand stitched.
Oh,
so, yeah. So it's definitely something but there's no tags whatsoever.
It could have been handmade, like someone bought fabric and then turned it into.
It might be, because it feels like that. It feels like, it's just a piece of, but it's the edges are definitely hand stitched. So I'm gonna keep this. It's
such a fun print.
Yeah, it's super cute. Yeah, I don't really do well selling scarves unless they're like Missoni or something, like that. It's a little harder to. So yeah, I will definitely be keeping this one.
Yeah, one great tip that I read someone else doing in a Poshmark group, and then I tried it, and I got 5-star feedback on that sale. So I think it was received well. Is if you find a bunch of scarves, especially at like the bins where they're so cheap, I use them to wrap up my higher dollar sales.
Oh, that's a great idea, Lola.
Which is wonderful, because it's like a small free gift. and I try to match the colors. So I know buyer probably likes those colors. And then it's, eco-friendly, because even tissue paper is not that much of a, extra use.
Yeah, especially like if you're finding the starter bins.
Yeah.
That is a great tip. I love it. I might actually take that tip and use it. So I'll show one more here. This is, and I'm keeping this.
That was so cute.
And it was $2.99. And my lampshade I have a little lamp on my nightstand.
Yeah.
It's dented, so, and it's just plain. So I'm gonna replace it with this, and yeah, it is so adorable.
Do you think that was like hand done, or
no? Because it has like some stickers like like inspected by or whatever on the inside. So I think it and it's definitely not like it's definitely a print. It's not.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
I know it's a print, so I think it was I don't know. It might have been for. It looks so like Urban Outfitters.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
So I really wanted to get new lampshades, and I started looking on Anthropology at their really pretty like kind of boho lampshades. They're like $80.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, right? It looks like
totally
like that. So yeah, so pretty cool. And I'll turn it over to you again.
Okay, so I actually realized I only have one more item.
Oh, okay, I have a few.
So I'll finish up and then let you do that. So this one, not entirely sure if it was a good, it wasn't expensive. It was like $3, I think, but it's this kind of older, well, I thought it was 90s Disney sweatshirt.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Right? Like, the print is amazing.
That's really
cool. Let's see. It says Donald Duck on one. It is so broken in a way that's like kind of good. It's like that, like you're talking about, like that grungy look.
I love it. I want to just like put it on and
yeah, it is so soft. It's like the higher quality cotton wear, the more you wash it, the softer it gets. So I definitely thought it was like 90s, but then I looked on the inside and this is almost worn off. This looks a little more modern to me.
Yeah, like
so if any Disney experts know what the like printed instead of label sweatshirts, if that means it's newer,
that's very
curious to know. But kind of what I was thinking about this is maybe bleaching it or distressing it a little bit more and then putting it on Depop as an intentionally.
That would be awesome. Really cool.
Because these kind of prints too are also it still has enough of that 90s vibe that I think
like the kind of pop art 90s.
Yeah, exactly. So
that's great.
Well, for my size, or just keep it.
Yeah, it's really cute. So that's it for you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have a few more. I have a bunch more, but I'll show a few more here. So this is just.
Oh, that's so cute. It looks Free People-ish.
It's just Old Navy, believe it or not.
Really?
So that's actually a bins find for me. So I'm keeping that. And so I've got a bunch of. So Philly Aid Strip has a $2 shoe section, and right now they're selling like all the summer shoes for $2.
Oh, good.
So I got this is amazing. This is an amazing find for $2. These are Fly London, which I don't know if you know the brand, but I sold a pair of Fly London for like $50. These I don't think will go for quite as much because they do have a little bit of wear, and the style is a little different. Like mine were like closed-toed kind of.
Yeah.
But, I think I might be able to get. I'm going to put them up for around 40, I think.
I saw an article that wedge sandals are going to be back in 2020. So
cool. So yeah, so what they had is all their summer items, which I'm fine with. I'll put them up now, and even if they sit, that's okay. Now this is like one of those kind of trendy, kind of cheap brands. It's like almost like like the shoe dazzle kind of thing. But that's what it feels like. But they're really cute. So and they're like brand new. There's no wear on them whatsoever. So they do have a wooden sole, or wooden. Yeah, that actually
like a stack heel.
Yeah, so they're it's a cute style. So I think that this would do well on Posh.
Yeah, and for $2.
Right now, exactly.
$2 back.
Yeah, the $2 shoes were awesome. These are Guess brand, but for $2, I'll take them. And
I've been well with some Guess items.
I actually I sold a Guess. I got a Guess, from the Goodwill blue box. I got a Guess wallet, And I was like, oh, this isn't going to sell for much. I sold it for like 25 bucks on Posh. So you never know. And this is, you'll like this, Lola. I might keep it in. It's just a unipolitical proud pride. It's from 2017.
Oh, cute.
I paid $1 for it. So yeah, so that's kind of cool. It's a pride shirt. And then this sweater I will keep. It's this sweater was $10 and half off. I don't know if you can see the tag on it.
Little bit. It's vintage for sure, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. So it's Joseph R. Hart, and it's made in Taiwan. I don't know, but it's just a really cozy. It's very heavy. It's a really cozy sweater. So I'm gonna keep that one as well. I think it's acrylic, so it's not like, and it's machine washable, so it's not like any, but it's vintage and it's cute. So okay, so I have a couple more items here. This one is going to sell for. I think I sent you a picture of this one, didn't I?
Yes.
Yeah. So this one, the brand is Mackenzie Childs. If you don't know Mackenzie Childs,
this was new to me. I did not know.
Yeah, so someone has it up for 50. That's the only one I can find anywhere. I don't see any solds or anything. So I'm hoping that this, will bring that much. Now, some of the Mackenzie Childs glasses and stuff like this will go for, like pushing 100. There's one style that just sold for like $235. I'm not kidding.
Wow.
Because there are these Mackenzie Child buyers that just want, that they're looking for a certain thing. So this might be something that I can put up for even more. I might get more for it. The baubles, these are called baubles, and they're like 3D, and it's got the original sticker on it. It's got the little bow on it still. So it is basically brand new. There's nothing wrong with it. So
wow, that's such a good find.
So and it's funny because what happened, so I was there one day, right? And I forgot to buy it. I found it and I forgot to buy it. And I absentmindedly put it down in the shoe section, and I went back and it was still there.
Oh my God.
So I was so lucky. I know, that's me. I'm Miss Absent-Minded. So this is a Urban Outfitters brand. The brand is Luxe, which Urban Outfitters doesn't do as well now, but it's like it's hooded. Right, it's got this cool print.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, so this was in the $1 bin. I got this for $1. Yeah, so I had that Pride shirt. It was $1 too. They have dollar bins there. I got a plus size 2X. It's Caribbean Joe, so it's not like anything super exciting. But I got it's a 2X. So I think that'll do well for $1. And the dollar clothes are in great condition. I'm gonna go through these really quick. Bikini top, with a little anchor, new with tags. Yep. So now this probably won't sell right now, but I'll put this up in, I'll list it now because somebody might be on vacation or something, but I would expect in the summer that to do pretty well.
Oh yeah,
$20 or so. This is just Talbot's, but it was $1, but I kind of like the print on it. It's
very classic. Yeah.
Yeah. So that might be okay. And this is Volcom, which is a snowwear company. And I had recently showed a comp on Volcom snow pants that I sold for $60 on Posh. Yeah, so this is Volcom also. I got it for $1.
Nice.
It's just a cotton shirt. It's got, like the fly fishing kind of.
Yeah, that's like a great print. Someone's gonna love that.
Yeah, so I'll probably put this up on Posh, and I'm expecting it to do pretty well because, Volcom is a sought out brand, and especially now with, people thinking about snowboarding and.
Well, then you have that niche hobby too to go along with it.
Exactly. So these, I paid $6 for these. They are Kohan, which Kohan, is kind of like, it's kind of hit or miss with me nowadays, but they're so cute. Look at
those are really, and that has the like the early 2000s kind of.
And
are those velvet?
They're velvet.
Yeah, so that's all
really velvet. So you can see
they're super cute.
Yeah, they're just, and the bottoms they have some wear, but that's normal with leather outsoles. They're marked 9, but I did get, I think it was like a 25% discount. Some things like they tag them with the colors so they know how old they are, and then if it's been sitting for a while, they will They're size 8.
That's a brilliant way to both tag the color and keep the shoes together.
It's a great way. Yeah, they're pretty smart. So yeah, so I think these will do pretty well. And if anybody is a size 8 and anything that you see here, if you're interested, just message us and we'll.
Unless we said we're keeping it for ourselves, everything.
Unless we're keeping it for ourselves, but yeah. And okay, so I have one more item, Lola. And you have this is the Holy Grail item. So you have the columns on this. So I'm going to show it first, and then you can bring it.
I have it ready. Wow.
It's like, it weighs a ton. I'm looking.
Oh my gosh, it's so cool.
Okay, so it is like a planter vase kind of thing. Somebody did use it for a planter because it's got like, so it's clay. This artist works in clay. And I'm going to give, this might be like one of those amazing finds. It was in the case, but it was only $4.99. And I asked her to get it out of the case, and I looked it up and I was like, I'll take it. And then the girl at the Goodwill, she was like, oh, you looked it up, didn't you? So yeah.
One of your friends who knows you.
Yeah. She was like, good luck. It's good, because I know the employees there.
Yeah.
So she was actually excited that I got it. But okay, so if you look up this artist, his name is Dave Stabley. And he actually, it's a pretty amazing find. Look at it. Look at the prices on his items.
Yeah.
50, 1,800, 700, 500. I mean, like this is an established artist. This is not just like a one-off kind of thing. So I have no idea what I'm going to do with this now. I have to do some more research. There's a plate up on eBay for like 200, I think. But I have no comps on eBay, no comps anywhere that I can find, just his website with, just this website and some various others with, like he has his own website. This isn't his website, but, with his work for like those prices. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this. It's going to be really hard to ship because it's super heavy. It's going to be an expensive, thing to ship, but, what do you think, Lola?
So 2 things I'm thinking. It looks like just from this website here, the 3D objects are more valuable than the like wall pieces. Mm-hmm. So I would probably be hoping for closer to like this, maybe like 1,500 for that. And you might, especially because it's breakable and it's heavy, and it's high value.
Break it. Like it's got these hair that are very like that would definitely be something that would.
You might want to reach out to some of the local auction places in Philly.
Okay, maybe you can guide me a little bit more.
I have a couple in mind. I mean, they would definitely take a big chunk of the final price, but I think that you would have less worry and anxiety and also a better, more targeted audience than if you were putting it on eBay and hoping, everyone finds it, because that would definitely be like a long tail item since it's a specific artist and it's high dollar. Not everyone.
It is in perfect condition too. There is a little bit of crazing. I'm not sure if that's intentional or.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing is that an auction house would be able to more authoritatively say like, this is, an authentic piece by this artist. Then.
So it probably weighs about 10 pounds. I'm not kidding. It's heavy.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell the way you're lifting it. It's like
it's very heavy.
Yeah.
So I might have found a Holy Grail item there. So if anybody knows anything that's watching about that artist, Dave Stabley, please let me know, because you never know, somebody might be familiar with it. That is one of my really, really amazing finds there. I think that's all I have. I got a few books, but nothing too. This is cool for my son though. My son he loves reading, loves it. My middle son, and I'm so proud of him because he's reading, like he's only 10, but he's reading like books that are much higher in his level. So he recently read Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
Wow.
And yep, he read it. And I was like, he asked me a couple times. There were a couple words here and there, but he read the whole thing and loved it. So I found this copy of Frankenstein. It was free in the free section. Nice. Like Philly Eights, Philly Eights has like bins outside that are free. So it was free, but it's illustrated, and so I think this is something that he'll appreciate.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah. So and it's just it's in perfect condition. So I'll see. I think he's gonna like that. Yeah, it's crazy. My son is avid reader. And then my last item I'll show is I got these cozy socks for $1.
Oh, fun. Those are
They've got like the grippy things and the little ribbons on the. So those are mine. They're new with tags. So okay, so that's it. That was a fun haul. You found some great.
Yeah, I think you
found a holy grail there.
But I was pretty happy, especially because the other Goodwill locations I've been to in this area, I just totally struck out. Like the prices were high. They were fairly small locations. They didn't have a great selection. Everything felt really worn. It was really hard to find anything that I would feel proud, listing and selling. So I went a little bit further out and, out of my area, which is a little more expensive. So I think that's, store space is more expensive. So this store was much bigger. It had a much better selection.
So how far? So you also have to. You were saying that you have to track the hospital ride too. So
it was only like 15-20 minute drive. Not really that far at all. But I took an Uber, and the Uber there was like $22, and the Uber back was $15. So it added up pretty fast. So when I'm thinking about the total amount I spent, I kind of have to add that in. So I spent $50 at the thrift store, and then like $40 on my Uber rides. So that's like $90 invested in this lot of stuff, which feels like a lot of money. And the upside to that is I feel like it's more incentive for me to list. And if I want to do that again, I definitely have to make some sales so I can, justify that cost of getting out there. I also, so as I've mentioned before, I don't drive. My spouse, Chris, does drive, but I want to spend way more time at the thrift store than they do. So
yeah. So I'm wondering if maybe, well, Chris is pretty, pretty flexible. I would think that, they would maybe
sometimes
for an hour or so.
Maybe, yeah, but like I spent at least
3
hours.
So it was better for you to. I wonder if they could drop you off and do some errands.
Yeah, or like I could Uber one way and then maybe they could
pick you up, or that would be that might be a little more economical.
Yeah. So we'll see. It was a good experiment at least, and now I have kind of a ballpark of how much it cost me to get out there and what I found. And so in terms of like cost benefit, I know I can add up how much I make on this haul and then know what I can afford to spend on transport in the future.
So I spent about $65 or so, I think.
That's not bad.
Yeah, for everything. Because I got a lot of the items that I got were $1, were half off. Like when I shop, like especially this time because I'm on a budget and so I was looking for those half off tagged items and whatnot. And the dollar bins at Philly Age Thrift are amazing. They have a whole dollar room, but then they have bins too and digging through those, you find some amazing things for $1.
Yeah. So this Goodwill, I need to figure out when they switch their colors out because they do have like a 50% off color, but I found almost no items that were that color. So I think I may have just timed it poorly, so they were already picked up.
But I know. Do they have a sale day for those colors, like the Philly Goodwill?
They also do the Sunday $1
because that is what color tags.
Yeah, I need to double check. One thing they do though is they have a punch card. So for every $5 you spend, you get a stamp, and then I think it was like maybe 15 stamps or something. You get $5 off because I almost filled it up, not quite.
$5, that's it.
That's something. It's more than they do in Philly.
So you have to get stamps. So okay, they don't do that in Philly, but in the New York City region, because I went to one of those recently, they do. This is one in Jersey, but it's still part of the
right.
Region. So they do actually a thing where if you get a card, if you spend $200, you get $5 off.
Yeah, so it's better than that.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh, thanks, like it's nice, but
it's also, because that region, like the prices are so expensive.
So much, like the dresses there are standard like $12.99, and then they mark anything with like new with tags up for. I mean, they had a whole section of new with tags Tommy Hilfiger. I don't know what some store must have, cleared out. Everything was like $50, $60, $70, $100. It was insane. And nobody was buying them. People were looking and then just like walking away. So, but there are buyers in that region that will pay more because.
Yeah. That was a great plus for this location I went to too, because the prices were not that bad. So almost every category was like $4.99, and then the dresses were $7.99.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, better than most places.
So my haul is, I would say, with the clothes and everything and the purses, I would say maybe like $300 or so, just ballpark in my head. But
not counting
with a piece of art that I found, the Dave Stabley art, I might be way more than that. So we'll see. I'll be really excited if I can sell that for, like $1,500. We'll see.
Yeah, I didn't totally add up everything, but I would say about the same.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm definitely keeping, like, this would have been a good flip, but I'm.
Oh yeah, it's perfect on you. It's like made for you. Yeah. So some of the items that I got are like, just bread and butter, like $20, but when you're paying $1 for them, it's a great profit. So.
Are you ready to? We can do the market report and then breaking news.
Yeah.
Okay, so our weekly market report, our 2 most recent sales, whatever they are, high or low.
Mm-hmm.
We both did pretty well this week, though. So
yeah,
I think yours are first.
Okay, so I have So this mug. Now here's the crazy thing. I have had this mug listed on eBay for eons, like forever. I mean, it's honestly, embarrassingly, it's probably been on there for over 2 years. So it's kind of a score and kind of not, because I've been paying those listing fees too on it. But they are paying shipping, so that's the saving grace on it, because it's, this is not something that you can FOMO, which is when you pack it in cardboard and bubble in a padded flat rate that goes for like $8. That's not something so they did pay the shipping on it. And I actually sold it. It's coming up at 22, but I actually took a best offer for 18 on it.
That's not bad though.
So it's really not bad, but it's just that it's an item that's been sitting forever. It's a huge mug. It is enormous. So, and that's also the Warner Brothers store, by the way, went out of business. It's defunct.
Oh.
So if you find anything Warner Brothers store, definitely pick it up. It went out of business, I think, in the early 2000s.
Remember going to that at the mall?
Yeah, but I remember going to one in Atlantic City, and they had one like, it was huge. It was such a nice store, but they all went out. So if you find anything Warner Brothers store, pick it up.
Good tip.
Okay. And then my next one, and I was surprised on this sale actually, because it is a petite size. It's a petite small. I got this at the bins. Yeah. So I paid $1 a pound for it, and I sold it for $34.99. So
good return.
Yeah, and it is a really cute sweater. It's in perfect condition. It's got that cute cowl neck and everything. But it's petite small. I would have never guessed that it would.
And I do wonder about on Poshmark. I feel like the petite items get lost very easily because of their own section. So I'm not surprised this sold on eBay, because if someone was just searching for a Talbot small sweater, this would come up anyway.
Yeah.
And then they might see, oh, it's petite, but that's fine for me. And then
so she didn't even make an offer on it. So I guess she really wanted it. It is a beautiful sweater, but again, petite. I'm shocked. So you never know. You get the right buyer, you never know.
Yeah. So this was a high dollar sale, but I actually did not make money on it. And then when I was pulling up this the listing to screenshot it, I realized I never added my own photos, which I can't believe I did that. So I don't know if I would have, helped the sale, but
yeah,
I bought these shoes, final sale online on like an online sample sale site. So they're very expensive, high end.
That's La Florendo.
Yes. And they were too narrow for me because I have wide feet, and I was so crushed.
So you bought them to wear to a wedding, and
and I bought them to like match a dress, and it was, it was a bummer. But I knew I could mostly recoup my money, and sure enough, I did. So they sat for a little while, which maybe because I didn't take my own photos, it's my fault. But I did get an offer for 95, which means, you know, I think I'm going to get 70 after fees. So it still kind of hurts that
Yeah, you still
but
you recoup some of your money at least. That's the
exactly. I mean,
lining, and but
in another world, I would have, had no recourse but to like donate these and just call the loss. So it's nice to have that back.
Yeah, so at least you did get something back. So.
But I did want to mention that if you're looking to do like retail arbitrage on some of these online sites, you really have to double check other websites, because the problem I think with these was the same style and different color was still available full price on their website, but a lot of these other colors were available all over the internet at pretty discount prices. So I think most people are savvy enough to double check, so they might not impulse buy, especially a more expensive item on Posh, without checking other places and see, oh, actually now it was on sale for like $70 at one point. So, those might have sold out, and that's why now it finally sold on Posh.
Yeah, definitely. They're beautiful shoes though, but again, at least
you're pretty.
Yeah.
And then another this one is actually a great flip.
Nice.
So this is something I had for ages and not listed it. Finally listed it maybe a couple months ago. I had originally listed it, I think, at like 100 because comps are all over the place, and some were selling for as high as 75. So I think I listed hoping for that higher end. But then when I got the offer, I double checked the recent solds again, and some of them have been going for like $35.
Oh.
So I felt like 50 was a really fair offer, and
yeah, definitely.
So I took it, and it's still at the higher end.
So they take 20%. So if you do the math on that, that's
right, yeah. So for $5 invested.
Yeah, that's not bad. So yeah, that's nice. And your photo, I have to comment that your photo is beautiful.
You helped me with this one, actually. So this one, I used the magic eraser.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and it really helped, especially because it's a black item. So, usually it's really easy to lose all those details when it's.
Yeah, that app is wonderful. I pay like $2.99 for the version that's, like a little bit better.
I think I might have paid for it too, but it was.
Yeah, but it's not. So it's Tim, actually, I have to give a shout out to Tim for that, because Tim is the one that originally told me about it. He uses that, and his photos are beautiful. And I asked him, I said, what do you do? Because I can do that in Photoshop, but it's a pain because I have to do it on a computer. And so that app is like great for instant background removal.
Yeah. So what it does, if you're not familiar with it, is you open your photo and you basically use a brush to like select the background, and then it just goes away.
Yeah. So and then you can erase parts that still show up, but it's called Magic Eraser. So yeah, definitely.
Very helpful. Okay. We have a little bit of not so much breaking news, but topical seasonal news. Do you want to talk about it, Nay? Since I think
sure. So so the article is saying that for gift giving, and this is interesting because we're in the holiday season right now. So for gift giving, people are looking for 56% of people don't mind secondhand gifts, the report says. So that's really interesting. It goes to show that, people were willing to. So there's a more they were talking about the trend now with younger people, that thrift shopping and secondhand shopping is cool now, and they're interested in sustainability and all that. So people are fine with pre-owned gifts like that. So 48% of those surveyed said they were willing to give secondhand apparel gifts, and 56% said they would welcome such gifts for themselves. So really interesting, and that was on the Philadelphia News webpage, and it's really cool. What I love about thrifting, somebody is the thrill of it. The challenge is finding something unique that everybody isn't going to wear. So yeah, so you're giving something that's unique, and I give thrifted to my thrifting friends. I give thrifted gifts all the time.
I
Lola,
would be shocked if you didn't give me a thrifted gift.
yeah, Lola and I always exchange thrifted gifts to each other. In fact, I just got you something that I didn't show here.
Excited.
Yeah, so it's perfect for you. So
can't wait. Yeah, so I thought it was really interesting too that, and not surprising, more people were willing to accept gifts than feel comfortable buying secondhand gifts for other people so far. But I bet that's going to change. I could really see this shifting and it just becoming far more common that.
And I think it's with the younger generation more so too. So
yeah. And then another thing I think is worth noting here is that they do mention a report by ThredUp. So
okay, yeah.
ThredUp, even if you're not selling on ThredUp, which it does have very small returns, so it makes sense for some people, not for others. They do very, very good research on the circular economy and the secondhand market. So it's always helpful to pay attention to what they're doing and what they're trying out and what their reports say, because their data, they have, I think it may end up being the most valuable asset that they have as a company is the data set of everything that they list and what people buy it for. So because they move such volume, they just, this is the age of big data, and that's what they're
definitely.
So definitely helpful for us resellers to benefit from their expertise.
Yes. Yeah. So that's interesting. So maybe this holiday season, you can thrift some gifts and give them. I know, and we're in the thrifting community, so it's very common for us to give thrifted gifts, to our friends that are also in the community. But outside of that, and I have, I've given my cousin, I found one of those scroll calendars from the year she was born. And, I gifted that to her, and she was like, wow, this is awesome. So.
Yeah. And I think there's a weird mentality too, because, a few years ago, I probably wouldn't have gone to the thrift store and bought something as a gift for someone. But if I found something that was perfect for them in an antique store and paid up for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you don't know that as the recipient. There's not, big label on it. This came from a thrift store versus this was from a high-end antique mall.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, any of us who are expert thrifters going thrifting all the time, we come across those gems that are just as great as what you might find.
And I will find also the other thing is I'll find new tags items or new items that I'll gift, to people that are not in the thrifting community because they don't know where I got it. And sometimes I find awesome items that are new with tags. So
yep. Totally. And as always, it's the thought that counts. If you find this perfect thing that really shows your friend or your family member really well, then.
Which is the item that I found for you.
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited. I have no idea what it is.
It's nothing big, but it's definitely something that's
I'm sure.
It had that energy to it that this is for Lola. So.
Oh, thanks. So I hope you guys enjoyed our haul. This is one of my favorite types of shows to do.
It's so much fun. Yeah, it is. It's fun now that we're not thrifting together, although I miss it terribly.
I know.
It's cool because it was like Christmas for me to see what you had.
Yeah.
And so we didn't know what each other had. Okay,
So where can you find us? As usual, you can find us on Poshmark, eBay, Depop, where you will soon find these items listed. But if there's something you're interested in before we list it, feel free to message us on Instagram or email us at naylothrifts@gmail.com. And again, we were talking about maybe doing a special plus size show about reselling plus size fashion. So if you are a plus size reseller or buyer or both, get in touch because we'd love to have someone give their insight.
Absolutely, yeah.
Cool. We'll see you again. I guess same time next week, and then we'll probably have
a different time next week since we were an hour late. But.
Yes, different regular time next week.
12 p.m. Yes, 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Pacific. Yeah, so next week. I'm not sure what our topic's going to be, but we'll figure it out.
I think, well, we were talking about doing a goal setting for 2020 show.
That might be a good time, yeah, to do that. Yeah,
and then after that, we're entering the Christmas holiday, so we'll probably do a different schedule that week, or maybe skip that week and then do.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Maybe we'll just do a haul or something that week.
Yeah, so I will be in Louisville, and I know that there is a bins that opened in South Indiana recently, and Chris promised to take me. So I really want to do like a bins show.
That would be great. That would be great.
Like we each have.
I might be able to do another bins trip too, before that.
Yeah, so I want to, like compare different regions and different bins. And
yeah, that would be a good thing. Like if I go to the bins, you go to the bins, and what the differences are. Yeah,
that's what I was thinking. So
maybe we have like a set amount too.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like,
and then we could be like, who finds the weirdest item? We'll see. It'll be fun.
That would be fun.
I'm really excited.
Yeah, we have so much exciting stuff coming up. So definitely subscribe and thumbs up.
Okay. And tell your friends. Thank you so much for watching, everyone.
Thank you. We'll see you next week.
Bye.